right. But then, if you can only want yet to say, speak to that.
Yes. Yes, I would appreciate a situation where a police officer should be able to stay in the. But is it one thing about GPO is that if in a state, a GPO can move from one local government to the other, no problem about that. But moving out of the state to another, at least you should be able to stay in a state up to 3 years. And then once you are within 3 years, you are sure that anything can happen. So they move. And again, not just moving, move with the fact that you are going to a place and you're given time to adjust generally. But within a state, you can move from one local, even if it's 1 year, to another local government division 1 year, no problem, within the same state, because your family can be settled one place, no problem about that. But if it is moving, for instance, from the east to the northeast, even the movement alone, the first day movement, you are devastated because sometimes you take 2 days journey. You are afraid. And then you arrive there, you have no place to stay. So police will begin to provide barracks, enough barracks for policemen, because within the barracks you can settle fast. And then let the timeline be at least 3 years. Though commissioners, no problem about commissioners. Commissioners can move even if it is every year, nothing wrong, because you are going there to supervise, other, police, senior police officers and junior police officers are there. So a police commissioner can easily adjust, even an AIG can adjust faster than the rank and file, the inspectors and the junior officers.
All right, great. SP Wara, thank you so much for your contribution this morning to the program. Thank you for helping us understand all of this. But we do hope that the police force is listening and the government can step in to better make posting of officers even more better and more comfortable to enable them do their job. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I guess that's how much you can take today on the program. Many thanks for being part of it. To go Chuku, it's policing, political season. A lot has been said on the program this morning.
Well, SP was mentioning all the places he's been transferred to. When he mentioned Derby, I just imagined that was probably when he had his best policing experience.
Really? Really? Talk about that. Well.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of it. Remember, our social media handle is at The Real Media NG, where you can be a part of the ongoing conversation on some of the issues we've raised this morning. We can't wait to be with you again tomorrow on another edition of the show. Guess what? It's going to be the last Friday edition of the program in the month of August. Thank you so much, everyone. I am Ugochukwu Madu.
And I am Marian Delekwe. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern time. But keep it right here on Rebroadcasting Network. From all of us, bye for now.
RBN Today in History, August 27. Nigeria witnessed one of its most significant changes in military leadership as power shifted without bloodshed. On 27th August 1985, Ibrahim Babangida, then a major general, led a bloodless palace coup that removed Muhammadu Buhari from power. The coup was carried out by senior military officers who accused Buhari's administration of economic mismanagement, political rigidity, and failing to address the country's growing challenges. Babangida subsequently assumed office as military president of Nigeria, ushering in a new era marked by economic reforms, political transition programs, and policies that would leave a lasting impact on Nigeria's political history. And that's your RBN Today in History for August 27th.
You can always set the agenda here on the Real Broadcasting Network. See it, record it, and share it with us via the free Real Broadcasting Network mobile app for iOS and Android. It's simple. See it, record it, and share it to see it make news headlines. It is Real Broadcasting Network. We the people. This is Real 993. Time check is 9 a.m. From our Global News Center, we bring you the latest happenings on the Real News.
This is the RBN News Hour from the Real Broadcasting Network. I'm Fan and Kwan. Here are the top stories. The Minister of Works, David Mahi, has ordered the concessionaire handling the Benin-Asaba Road to quit the project site over what he described as poor performance and failure to add value to the project. Speaking at a stakeholders' engagement in Benin, Mahi directed the concessionaire to immediately remove all blockages along the road to restore the free flow of traffic. He also asked the company to formally write to the federal government through the Minister of Works to facilitate termination of its contract. The minister directed the ministry to engage the independent engineer to measure the work already completed, excluding what he described as negative work, such as the removal of asphalt contrary to the project specifications. Nigeria's small businesses power jobs, innovation and local economies, but many continue to struggle with limited access to finance, markets and other barriers. Now, stakeholders are pushing for a new policy framework that say must move beyond paper and deliver real results for entrepreneurs. RBN correspondent Godwin Igbe has more.
Stakeholders at the National MSME Policy Validation Workshop have called for stronger implementation and the domestication of the policy at the state and local government levels. The proposed framework seeks to reposition Nigeria's small business ecosystem for competitiveness, resilience, and inclusion. Lead consultant Weyemin Eribo says MSMEs remain central to job creation, local production, and economic development, stressing the need for a policy that responds to the realities of entrepreneurs.
Why are these MSMEs important to us? Because they continue to provide jobs and livelihoods, like all of the speakers who have been here have said. Production and value chains, there's a lot of conversation around local production. Import substitution, we're already beginning to see that, especially because of the exchange rates.
Director of the Industrial Development Department at the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Olumiwa Ajayi Ade, says the success of the revised policy will depend on effective implementation and coordination among stakeholders.
Policy that is intended to support MSMEs effectively must reflect the experiences, challenges, aspirations of those operating within the MSME ecosystem.
Earlier, Acting Director of Policy, Planning, Research and Statistics at SMEDAN, Philip Udoj, notes that the new framework would place greater emphasis on digital transformation, productivity and measurable outcomes.
We are placing stronger emphasis on productivity, competitiveness, and the ability of Nigerian businesses to compete regionally and globally.
Speaking with RBN on the sidelines of the workshop, National President of the Nigeria Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, Tio Nnorum, called for legal backing for the policy.
Honestly, I was looking at this policy from the point of giving it a legal bite, so that it will be enforceable, so that the governors, the local government chairmen will see and understand how important MSMEs are in Nigeria.
Nigeria's proposed national MSME policy for 2026 to 2030 is expected to address long-standing barriers facing micro, small and medium enterprises, particularly to access finance, markets and other critical areas.
The effectiveness of every policy is measured by its impact on the people directly affected. This draft national policy will be assessed by how it positions Nigeria's small businesses to thrive in the years ahead. In Abuja, Godwin Igbe, RBN News.
67 Nigerians repatriated from South Africa have arrived in Lagos following an intervention by private individuals The returnees arrived at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport on Wednesday night aboard the South African Airways flight. Their arrival brings the total number repatriated through the initiative to 150. Representatives of the group, Ikem Ume Ezeoke and Chief Charles Mba, received the returnees and gave each person 50,000 naira for immediate needs. Mba urged the returnees to remain hopeful and follow the required government procedures as they settle back home. Ume Ezeoke also encouraged them to use their skills and experiences to pursue opportunities and contribute to their communities. And that ends the RBN news for this hour. Thank you for staying with us on the Real Broadcasting Network. Stay informed with more stories on our website at www.therealmediang.com. Also download the RBN app on Google Play Store and Apple Store for iOS devices. You can also follow us across all social media platforms at Real Media NG for real-time updates and in-depth coverage. I'm Fanen Wana. Good morning.
Global News Center. We bring you the latest happenings on the real news.
Every street has a story. Every struggle carries hope. Every dream deserves a voice. We walk where the people walk. We honor our culture. We tell the stories that matter. This is your voice, your network. Real Broadcasting Network. We the people.
Waiting for the news at the top of the hour? Don't worry, you can now get the news as it breaks. Download the Real Broadcasting Network free mobile app for Android, Play Store, and web to get breaking news alerts as the news breaks. Also, get more detailed perspectives on all major news reports when you visit our website, realmediang.com.
We the people, this is real.
Waiting for the news at the top of the hour? Don't worry, you can now get the news as it breaks. Download the Real Broadcasting Network free mobile app for Android, Play Store, and web to get breaking news alerts as the news breaks. Also, get more detailed perspectives on all major news reports when you visit our website, realmediang.com.
We the people, this is real.
RBN Today in History, August 27. Nigeria witnessed one of its most significant changes in military leadership as power shifted without bloodshed. On 27 August 1985, Ibrahim Babangida, then a major general, led a bloodless palace coup that removed Muhammadu Buhari from power. The coup was carried out by senior military officers who accused Buhari's administration of economic mismanagement, political rigidity, and failing to address the country's growing challenges. Babangida subsequently assumed office as military president of Nigeria, ushering in a new era marked by economic reforms, political transition programs, and policies that would leave a lasting impact on Nigeria's political history. And that's your RBN Today in History for August 27th. RBN Today in History, August 27th. History's shortest recorded war lasted less than an hour, but changed the future of an East African kingdom. On 27 August 1896, the Anglo-Zanzibar War broke out between the United Kingdom and the Sultanate of Zanzibar after a dispute over the succession to the Zanzibari throne. British warships bombarded the Sultan's palace, overwhelming local forces in a conflict that lasted between 38 and 45 minutes, making it the shortest war in recorded history. The brief conflict ended with a British victory and the installation of a pro-British Sultan, strengthening British influence over Zanzibar and reinforcing colonial control in East Africa. And that's your RBN Today in History for August 27th.
You can always set the agenda here on the Real Broadcasting Network. See it, record it, and share it with us via the free Real Broadcasting Network mobile app for iOS and Android. It's simple. See it, record it, and share it to see it make news headlines. It is Real Broadcasting Network. We the people.
3,000 lives lost in a conflict that has lingered since the Fourth Republic. 3,000 from 2018 and 2023, according to the Nigerian Security Tracker 2024. The farmer-herder clash. In the geographic heart of Nigeria, there is an ache, a crisis of land, life, and survival that has fractured the peace of the nation for decades. But this is not a crisis confined to distant borders. Abuja, known to be the safest city in the country, or so you thought, is dancing to the tune of insecurity. On the eve of April 2026, a video circulated online announcing the prevailing conflicts between the farmers and the herders in a community at the outskirts of Abuja. You will think this was an issue that would be resolved almost immediately. But the Nigerian police force in various publications debunked claims of invasion in the community. In Gwagwalada lie two communities, bound by shared soil but divided by deep scars, Paiko and Agwandobi. What began as localized friction over migratory routes has grown into one of Nigeria's most severe national security threats. These lands are naturally rich, famous for the impressive yields of yam, melon, and millet. Yet, beneath this agricultural bounty lies an unresolved paradox that neither side seems to be able to escape. In Angwandobi, everyday life wears a mask of calm and hospitality. But look closer, and you will find the people nursing a generational grudge. From the community's district head to the ordinary peasant farmer, the narrative is the same, a story of unhealed wounds and constant fear.
We have a lot of Fulanis here with their cows, and wherever you have these people, you can rule out the cases of minor clashes.
See, that kind of middle of the season, that is the actually time we have a problem with them, because that time all the land and the farmer has already occupied every land space, so there's no much space for them to pass with their cows.
It happens though. They like causing problems. When they encroach and it results to conflicts, they have money, so they pay the police to pick up quarry people and lock up.
A major problem is those herdsmen sometimes, but it do happen in the rainy season. When we plant our crops in the farm and they germinate to some level, while you expect your crops to grow very well, you see they will just put their kettle and wipe up your everything. So that is what causes the problem.
A few kilometers away in Paiko, the reality takes a different twist. Here, the friction is intricate. Despite sharing neighborhoods, commercial points, and even places of worship, residents say they are being suffocated by aggressive encroachment.
There has been that serious issue of, violent attacks when this thing happened, and to some extent, some people are even taken to custody, and for almost a year. And I think after that, all of us, both the youth and the community youth and the Fulani, have been able to learn their lessons over that. So that is the essence of why we are not living, relatively peaceful.
We have issues with Fulani herders a lot in Paiko. Since we started farming, problem has come. The Fulani people demanded that they be given a place where their cattle can pass through to a place where their cattle can graze. They were given that space, but they left it and entered an egusi farm and scattered it. The main problem is that Fulani youths are no longer controlling the cows. They left it for the kids, and the children can't control the cattle. In Abuja as a whole, Fulanis are more impaico than any other place.
We're losing our children, our husbands, and because of that clashes. I don't know if government will intervene to solve this our problem. More than 5 years. Every year it has been happening.
Every raining season.
Farming season. It doesn't happen when we have harvested everything, but when we are starting the farm, especially as it is now.
But what of the headers? For them, the narrative isn't about malice. It is about survival in a country that has broken its promises. While they acknowledge the escalation of conflict during the rainy season, they blame government for systemic neglect.
During the dry season, there's peace between the farmers and herders, unlike the rainy season when the crisis happens. But what causes the conflict is mostly lack of patience between the farmers and herders. But between me and God, it's not that we don't like each other. We are all just selfish. The problem we are having is also the fault of the government. The grazing reserve is grazing reserve on paper. The grazing reserve allocated to us is still accessed by farmers of the community, and that is because they have not been compensated. If it's truly a grazing reserve, farmers are not supposed to farm there.
For answers, we turn to the state. With the recent creation of the Ministry of Livestock Development, many hoped for immediate structural interventions. We pressed the minister regarding the long-abandoned grazing reserves.
What has the government done in curbing farmer-herder clashes? And there are communities in Abuja that are complaining they have not been properly compensated and resettled after allocation of